Welcome back to Metaloop. Today I'm here to tell you, don't buy any Husky mechanics tool sets from Home Depot until you watch this video. I think the current offerings are bad. To be clear, the tool set you see in front of you is no longer for sale at Home Depot. This set was put on clearance before Black Friday and sold for $99, marked down from $179. Once that inventory cleared out, Home Depot then offered a far inferior 270-piece offering with the same markdown holiday pricing of $99. That set is a really bad set filled with filler, and in my opinion, only exists to push customers to consider the much better, but still bad, 290-piece offering for $179. Those deals are still live, but again, I'm here to tell you it's not worth it. I'll prove it all out at the end of the video in my conclusions. But first, let's do a proper unboxing and first impressions review of this set. If you end up not being impressed by this, then there's no need to convince you not to buy the other sets either. Okay, so we'll get started with this unboxing. So that's great. All the stuff has already flown out of it. We'll reorganize a little bit first. And just to summarize quickly before we get started, this is Husky's 235-piece mechanics tool set. Of those 235 pieces, about 114 of them are sockets. This set has a 1/4 inch, 3/8 and 1/2 inch drive. By the looks of this first tray, the 1/4 inch ratchet and its accompanying sockets are all here. We'll find out together. As you saw, this is my first time opening it up. As you can see, this tray has the bit driver, all of the accompanying bits, and all of the Allen keys as well. It also has some nut drivers and then the sockets. Not too bad. It's definitely 72 tooth. I love the little Husky logo on the directional switch. It's very tiny. I actually kind of enjoy it. There's also a 3-inch extension, which will come in handy. Up top, we have deep sockets. It's really interesting the way they put it in there. So we have deep sockets going from 4mm to 13mm, and also from 5/32 to 9/16. I don't know my fractions, so I can't tell you if there's any skips in there. And then for shallow sockets, we go from 4 to 14, which is a pretty good selection. No 4.5, but a 5.5 is present. So it depends on if you count the 4.5 as a skip or not. We go from 5/32 to 9/16. It looks the same as the deep sockets. Again, I'm bad with fractions, but I don't think there's any skips in here. And then we also have some 12-point shallow sockets, and those go from 3/16 to 9/16 as well. The 1/4 inch drive seems to be covered fairly well. And then we have the nut drivers, of course. Those go from 6 to 12, and there is a skip. There isn't a 7 on the millimeter side, and it goes from 1/4 to 1/2. I don't see a 3/32 in there, so that may be a skip. Then we have torque sockets, and we got 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. The bit driver feels pretty nice. It's a little stubby. It holds bits just fine. Feels like a screwdriver. And I think that's it. We'll move on to the next drawer. This middle drawer is twice the height of the first drawer, which leads me to believe that they're going to have the deep sockets sticking straight up again. Yep, that looks like it. The drawers do slide in and out pretty easily. It feels pretty good to be able to take out a whole tray like this and rest it on top. It just makes it easier to find the things that you're looking for. I also do like the organization where each tray has a ratchet and the proper sockets for that ratchet. Some other sets, including other Husky mechanic sets, aren't even organized like this. I don't know if it shows on camera well, but the finish between these two sockets are different. This one's a little more silver, and this one's a little bit darker. Might be the size of the socket that's making it that way. I just feel it's just a slightly different finish. 3/8 ratchet feels just as good as the 1/4 inch drive. The little Husky logo, still good. It's got a good balance to it. I think if you own this set, you'd be pretty happy with it. We got our 3-inch extension and our 6-inch extension. We have a small sampling of hex and Torx bits and some Phillips. We'll just cover that really quickly. So we got T 25, 27, 30, 40, 45, and Phillips 1 and 2. And then for hex on the metric side, we got 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we got 15 30-seconds, 3/16, 7 30-seconds, and 1/4. As you saw earlier, the deep sockets are up here. I'm digging it now that the deep sockets are placed this way. At first, I was a little bit disoriented, but this is so organized. If you actually got a mechanic's tool cart or something, it would be so easy to slide these trays out and put it in one of the drawers and have it look nice. And then really quickly with sockets, on the deep sockets, we go from 8 to 14, which I'm a little bit disappointed with the range there. And on the standard size for deep sockets, we go from 11/16 to 5/16. And we got 2 spark plug sockets, which is pretty cool. So we got our 5/8 and our 13/16. The spark plug sockets look good. It's a rubber grommet on the inside. It should work fairly well. And then for the shallow sockets, with standard sockets, we go from 6 to 22, no skips. And then also from 5 30-seconds to 1 inch. I feel like there's no skips in here. We also have our 1/4 inch to 3/8 adapter and our 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapter. For me, this is where I would spend most of my time, considering that the metric side goes from 6 all the way to 22. I don't really feel compelled to go to the 1/4 inch drive when I have a 6 all the way down here. And I haven't worked on a car yet that needed a 4 or a 5. Pretty well organized tray. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I see some combination wrenches. I also see some massive 12-point sockets. So here's our 1/2 inch drive. This one maybe doesn't feel as good as the other two. Okay, still got the little Husky logo. Still love it. The wrenches look good. The range isn't really that big. We're really only going from 10 to 15 here, and it's missing an 11. And on this side, 3/8 to 5/8. And I'm pretty sure there's no skips on this side. And then for sockets, only 12-point, but we go from 13 to 19. And then on the standard side, we go from 9/16 to 1 inch. So these sockets don't cover any sizes that the 3/8 6-point sockets don't already cover. If anybody's watching this video that understands why one might want a larger 1/2 inch when using 12-point sockets, please leave a comment. I'd love to learn. But besides that, it feels like they could have just not included a 1/2 inch drive and expanded the 3/8 range and made it more of a master set. And lastly, we have our 3-inch extension here. And that was the unboxing. So here's my problem. This 235-piece tool set, as we just went through, has 114 sockets with 22 specialty sockets like Torx, Hex, Phillips, and spark plugs. The 270-piece set by Husky has only 91 sockets and 24 specials that do not include spark plug sockets to the best of my knowledge. That amount of sockets is nowhere near the 270 count, which means that many of the remaining pieces to add up to 270 are effectively filler. And considering it has almost 25 sockets less than the 235-piece set here, that's another 25 pieces of filler. The other set, the 290-piece set, has an impressive 140 socket count with 34 special sockets that also include spark plug sockets. The increase in sockets does allow that set to have better coverage in 12-point shallows and also include 12-point deep sockets, which the 235-piece set here doesn't have any at all. But that set also has the same problem as this set. It's kind of surprising to know that the largest deep socket size on both the 3/8 and 1/2 inch options is only 19mm for metric or 7/8 for standard. It makes the 1/2 inch drive both there and here feel a little pointless. If they didn't include it, just like I said before, the same amount of sockets could have effectively packaged this as a 1/4 inch and 3/8 master set. To drive home the point here, let's do some quick back of the napkin math. If we just focus on sockets and devalue the rest of the pieces to 0, then the 235-piece set here has 114 sockets for $99 or less than $1 per socket. The 270-piece set has 91 sockets or just over $1 per socket, and the 290-piece set has 140 sockets for $179 or just over $125 per socket. Again, it's just rough math. You can decide from here if other items in the set are valuable to you. But I'd argue a mechanic needs sockets above all else, and all 3 of these sets are called mechanics tool sets. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Just a reminder, the goal of this video is to convince you to not purchase any Husky tool set from Home Depot. This set is not available at Home Depot anymore, and the ones that are available are just not as good. Though in my research and preparation for filming, I did see that eBay has some sellers listing the 235-piece set for $99 with free shipping. If you end up going that route, please leave a comment below to let me know how, despite all my efforts to stop you, you still ended up with a Husky tool set. If you like this video, I'm releasing content like this weekly. I hope you'll consider subscribing, and just to tease a reason to come back, I may end up doing a giveaway for this Husky tool set. And if you're wondering what you might buy instead, check out my video for GEARWRENCH's 232-piece mechanics tool set that's still available at Home Depot for $199. Or if you want to see another fantastic tool set that's no longer available, I have a Cobalt 299-piece tool set unboxing as well. Both of those videos should be popping up now. From my point of view, you could be doing anything else, but you're here watching my videos. So thank you so much for spending your valuable time here. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one. I'm Alan, and this is Metaloop. And lastly, we have our 3-inch... oh my God.